You don't need acres of land to grow your own food. In fact, you can grow grapes and peas in the smallest spaces with almost no money. Let me show you how. Problem: most people think gardening requires big yards, fancy equipment, and tons of money. So they never even try. They keep buying expensive produce at the grocery store. Grapes cost $5 to $8 per pound. Fresh peas are $4 a bag, and you have no idea what pesticides are on them. Meanwhile, you could be growing both of these at home for almost nothing. In containers, on a patio, in a tiny backyard, using simple methods that actually work. The reason most people don't grow grapes and peas isn't because it's hard. It's because nobody showed them how easy it really is. Promise. Today I'm giving you the complete step-by-step process for growing tons of peas and starting grapevines from cuttings. No guessing. No complicated techniques. Just simple methods that work for seniors, beginners, and anyone with limited space. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to grow both of these plants successfully. And you'll wonder why you ever paid grocery store prices for something this easy to grow yourself. Hey there, welcome to Home Garden Fix. I share practical gardening methods that save you money and actually produce results. If you want real techniques without the fluff, hit that subscribe button right now and ring that bell. Controversy. Now before we get into the methods, I need to say something controversial. And some gardeners won't like this. Most gardening advice makes things way too complicated. People think you need perfect soil, exact temperatures, special fertilizers, and constant monitoring. That's nonsense. Peas and grapes are tough plants. They've been growing successfully for thousands of years without fancy methods. The gardening industry wants you to think you need expensive products and complicated systems. But the truth is, simple techniques work better than complicated ones, especially for grapes and peas. Stop overthinking it. Stop buying things you don't need. Just follow these straightforward steps and you'll get results. Let me prove it to you. Method 1. Growing peas. Method number 1. Growing tons of peas in wooden boxes. Peas are one of the easiest and fastest vegetables you can grow, and you don't need garden beds. Wooden boxes work perfectly. Old crates, planter boxes, even sturdy cardboard boxes lined with plastic. Any container about 8 to 12 inches deep will work. Here's exactly what you do. Step 1. Choose your container and place it in a location that gets at least 6 hours of sunlight daily. Peas love sun. More sun means more peas. Step 2. Fill your box with good soil. Mix regular garden soil with some compost if you have it. The soil should be loose and drain well. Not clay. Not packed down tight. Nice and fluffy. Fill the box, leaving about 1 inch from the top. Step 3. Plant your pea seeds. Use your finger to make small holes. Each hole should be about ½ an inch to 1 inch deep. That's roughly 1 knuckle deep on your finger. Space the holes about 2 inches apart. You can plant peas fairly close together because they grow upward, not outward. Drop 1 pea seed into each hole. Then gently cover with soil. Pat it down lightly. Don't pack it hard. Just firm enough so the seed has good contact with the soil. Step 4. Water gently. The key word here is gently. You want the soil damp, not soaking wet. Too much water, and the seeds will rot before they sprout. Use a watering can with a sprinkler head or a gentle spray setting. Water until you see moisture throughout the soil, but no standing water. Within 5 to 10 days, you'll see sprouts. Little green shoots poking through the soil. This is when most beginners get excited and overwater. Don't do that. Keep the soil consistently moist, but never soggy. Check daily and water lightly when the top inch feels dry. Step 5. Add support as they grow. When your pea plants reach about 4 to 6 inches tall, they need something to climb. Peas are vining plants. They grow up, not out. Push a stick, bamboo stake, or small trellis into the soil next to each plant. The support should be at least 3 feet tall. Gently tie the young pea stem to the support using soft string or plant ties. Don't tie it tight. Just guide it to the support. As the plant grows, It will use its little tendrils to grab onto the support and climb naturally. Step 6. Maintain and harvest. Keep watering lightly when the soil feels dry. That's basically it. Peas don't need fertilizer if you use decent soil. They actually add nitrogen to the soil, which is good for other plants. In about 60 to 70 days from planting, you'll start seeing pea pods forming. When the pods are plump and full, pick them. The more you pick, the more the plant produces. It's called successive harvesting. Harvest encourages more growth. And here's a secret most people don't know. You can also eat the pea shoots and tendrils. The young leaves and growing tips are delicious in salads. So you're getting food even before the pods form. Drop a comment right now. Have you ever grown peas before? What was your biggest challenge? Let's help each other out. Method 2. Growing grapes. Method number 2. Growing grapes from cuttings. The free way to start grapevines. Most people think you need to buy expensive grape plant from a nursery. But here's what nurseries don't want you to know. You can start grapevines from simple cuttings. Completely free. And they grow just as well as the plants you'd pay $20 to $40 for. Here's the complete process. Step 1. Get a cutting from a healthy grapevine. You need a piece of stem about 10 to 12 inches long. It should be from last year's growth, meaning it's woody and firm, not green and soft. The best time to take cuttings is late winter or very early spring when the vine is dormant. No leaves, no active growth. If you don't have a grapevine, ask a neighbor or friend who does. Most grape growers are happy to share cuttings. You can also find them at community gardens or even ask at local vineyards. Step 2. Prepare the cutting for rooting. Take a clean, sharp knife and lightly scrape about 2 inches of bark off the bottom of the cutting. You're not cutting deep, just scraping the outer layer to expose the green or white layer underneath. This is called wounding, and it encourages roots to form faster. Some people skip this step and the cutting still roots. But scraping increases your success rate significantly. So don't skip it. Step 3. Plant the cutting in a rooting medium. You don't need fancy rooting hormone or special products. A simple mix of soil and compost works great. Take a shallow plate, tray, or small pot. Fill it with your soil compost mix. Make it moist, but not dripping wet. Push the scraped end of the cutting into the soil about 3 to 4 inches deep. The cutting should be standing upright or at a slight angle. Firm the soil around it so it doesn't fall over. Step 4. Keep it moist and wait. Place the plate or pot in a shaded area. Not full sun, shade, or partial shade. The cutting needs moisture to develop roots, and full sun will dry it out too fast. Check the soil every few days. If it feels dry, add a little water. You want it consistently damp like a wrung-out sponge. Not wet, not dry, damp. Now here's the part that requires patience. It takes about 28 to 30 days for roots to develop. Sometimes longer depending on conditions. You won't see anything happening above ground. The cutting just sits there. But underground, roots are slowly forming. After about a month, gently tug on the cutting. If it resists and doesn't pull out easily, roots have formed. If it slides right out, give it more time. Step 5. Transfer to a pot. Once roots have developed, carefully lift the cutting with as much soil as possible. Transfer it into a small pot or container filled with loose, well-draining soil. Regular potting soil mixed with some compost works perfectly. Water it lightly to help it settle in. Place the pot in a location with morning sun and afternoon shade for the first few weeks. This lets the young plant adjust without stress. Step 6. Grow and transplant. Keep the young grape plant in the pot for several months. Water when the soil feels dry. Watch it grow new leaves and stems. Once it's strong and has multiple leaves, you can transplant it into the ground or a larger container. Grapes grow vigorously once established. They need a trellis, fence, or arbor to climb. But that first year, just focus on keeping the young plant healthy and growing. And here's why this method is brilliant. One cutting could turn into a full producing grapevine in 2 to 3 years. That vine will produce grapes for 20 to 30 years or more. All from a free cutting that costs you nothing. If you're finding this helpful, smash that like button. It helps other people discover these money-saving methods. Comparison and benefits. So why grow peas and grapes specifically? Because they're perfect opposites that complement each other. Peas grow fast. You plant them and harvest in 60 to 70 days. Quick satisfaction. Quick food. Quick return on your effort. Grapes grow slow but last forever. You plant a cutting and wait. But once that vine matures, it produces pounds and pounds of grapes every single year for decades. Long-term investment with long-term payoff. Together, they give you both immediate results and future abundance. You're eating fresh peas this season while your grapevine grows for next season. That's smart gardening. Plus, both plants are incredibly nutritious. Fresh peas are packed with vitamins, fiber, and protein. Grapes are full of antioxidants. And when you grow them yourself, you know exactly what went into them. No pesticides. No chemicals. Just clean, healthy food. Engagement and clothes. Now I want to hear from you. Which one are you more excited to try? Peas or grapes? Drop a comment and tell me. And if you've tried either of these methods before, share your experience. What worked? What didn't? Help out the other gardeners watching this. And here's a question that might start a debate. Do you think it's worth growing your own food, or is it easier to just buy from the store? I have strong opinions on this, but I want to hear yours. Tell me in the comments. If this video showed you something new, hit that thumbs up button. Share it with someone who wants to start gardening, but thinks they don't have space or money. Post it in your gardening groups. And make sure you're subscribed to Home Garden Fix with notifications turned on. Every week, I share practical methods like this that save you money and produce real results. No complicate series. Just techniques that work. You don't need a big yard. You don't need expensive equipment. You just need simple methods and a willingness to try. Peas in boxes. Grapes from cuttings. Both are proof that anyone can grow their own food. Thank you for watching Home Garden Fix. Now, get out there and start growing. Happy gardening, everyone.